Hello friends, today we have come with the new video in which we will going to deal with Pythagoras theorem, converse of Pythagoras theorem and Pythagorean triplets. We will discuss about their definitions and one example of Pythagorean triplet. Let us go for theorem of Pythagoras. In a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the square of the remaining sides. Therefore, in triangle PQR, angle Q is 90 degree as you have seen in the diagram. So what we get? PR square, the square of the hypotenuse is nothing but PR square, and sum of the square of the remaining two sides means PQ square and QR square. We have to add them. So we got PR square equals to PQ square plus QR square. This is what definition of Pythagoras theorem is. Let us see about converse of Pythagoras theorem. Here again we get only triangle, and here we find the square of the longest side, you can say, or square of the one side, that is AC we have taken. Mostly we take the longest side. So AC square, as you see, is equals to the sum of the square of remaining two sides, that is AB and BC. AC we have taken on top, so AB and BC remains, that we square and add them. These two are the sides. If they are equal, then what will happen? The angle opposite to longest side will be a right angle, and we can say that the triangle is a right angled triangle. Again repeat, AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. Therefore angle B is 90 degree because angle B is opposite to the longest side, and therefore triangle ABC is a right angled triangle by converse of Pythagoras theorem. Let's go for the Pythagoras triplet now. Here we have a square of a largest number. They give you three numbers in the form. So we will going to take it. The square of a largest number is equals to the sum of the square of the remaining two numbers. So the three numbers are there. We will check that whichever the largest number is there, that will square root and keep it separately, and then the other two number we square and add them. Then we will check whether the sum of the square of the remaining two numbers are equals to the square of the largest number. Then we can say that the given numbers are Pythagorean triplet. For example, if you take 11, 60 and 61, so we are going to square 61 because this is the largest number, and then we will add 11 square plus 60 square. The answer will be same. Therefore 11, 60 and 61 is a Pythagorean triplet. One more example is there which we can verify. We will solve it this so that you will learn how to write them also. So let us see here 5, 12 and 13. So first one, the square of a largest number, as you can see 13 is given, so 13 square is 169. Second one, sum of the square of the remaining two numbers, that is 5 square plus 12 square, 25 plus 144, 169. From 1 and 2 you can find that both the answers are same. Therefore third point it will come what? The square of the largest number is equals to sum of the square of the remaining two numbers from 1 and 2, and therefore the given triplet is a Pythagorean triplet. I hope it is clear to you.